as we all are reflecting on the U.S. relationship to ASEAN, Southeast Asia, and of course, the Republic of the Philippines, what makes you optimistic?
Um, it is so exciting that we have a special summit coming up soon. It's wonderful. And I think there are many things that make me optimistic about our relationship with the Philippines and with ASEAN more broadly. I would say that when I travel around the Philippines to places like Cebu, Davao, Palawan, one thing that strikes me in particular is the depth of people-to-people relationships between the United States and the Philippines. These relationships are the foundation of our decades-long commitment to one another. We have such a deep and rich history together here in the Philippines. Working together with the Philippines on responding to the COVID-19 pandemic. Here in the Philippines, the United States has provided more than $39 million. That's almost 2 billion Philippine pesos in assistance for COVID, as well as has donated directly from America more than 33 million COVID vaccine doses. Our embassy medical team recently provided hands-on training to local healthcare providers to prepare them to administer the COVID-19 pediatric vaccines to children. And our U.S. aid team is working with the Philippine Department of Education and Department of Health on a COVID-19 prevention campaign to help children get back to school safely. One of the organizations that we partner closely with is called Save Philippine Seas. This is a prominent nonprofit organization that implements projects to protect the country's rich but threatened marine and coastal resources through education, information campaigns, and community-based projects. The leader of Save Philippine Seas, the executive director, is Ana Oposa, and she is so inspiring and such a tremendous leader. She is an alumna of the YSEALI, the Young Southeast Asian Leaders Initiative, as you know very well. YSEALI is such a great program here in Southeast Asia. Ana's visionary leadership has helped us engage more than 500 Southeast Asian youth to be leaders in maritime conservation, sustainability, and climate action. Ana was recently honored here in the Philippines as one of the 10 outstanding young men and women in the Philippines in 2021 for her significant contributions to the environment and marine conservation. And Ana is just one of many inspiring Filipino and Southeast Asian leaders who are key to a lasting and thriving U.S. ASEAN relationship.
If you will humor me, I just want to ask one more question.
Sure.
I have been to the Philippines. I've been to Manila, but I didn't get to see the rest of the beautiful country. So could you provide us with a travel tip? What is a particular location in the Philippines which we all must see?
Wow, it's so hard to choose just one location because it's such a diverse and varied country, with beaches, amazing beaches and coral reefs, but beautiful mountains and volcanoes. So I have to pick two, I think. Palawan is a gorgeous part of an island, a series of islands actually in western Philippines that have amazing marine biodiversity and incredible diving and scuba diving and snorkeling. So that's one area, and then the other is quite close to the Manila. It's the Taal volcano, and it's a beautiful up in the hillside, cool and pleasant. And so when you need a break from the congestion and the heat of the big city, you can escape up to Taal and the city of Tagaytay for some relief. So those are two suggestions from me.
Well, thank you so much. Those two are going on my bucket list. And I hope I get to return to the Philippines very, very soon. Well, as I said before, I know that you are very busy, all kinds of projects all the time. But thank you so much for giving me a few minutes of your time. And as we said earlier, the U.S. relationship to the Philippines is so pivotal, so crucial, and it's wonderful to continue to be partners. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Jason. I completely agree. It's great to see you today, and I look forward to continued partnership between the United States and the Philippines and the U.S. and ASEAN.